myself together here. This is a whole new deal for me. If y'all can hear me okay, let me know, okay? I gotta keep my eyes on this stuff. Hold on. Give me 2 ticks. Let me. I gotta keep my eyes on this stuff. Why did the volume start coming out of there? That's crazy. All right, hold on. Family, YouTube has been tripping. Okay. Hold on. All right, so I got y'all right here. Let me say what's up to everybody. Let you know I'm up in here. I'm doing this so crazy, so you gotta forgive me. What's up, Faith Love 88? Who else we got? Miss AZ, Dale Davis, Beth Crane, Andine Lewis, Sabrina Suburban, Southern Girl, Harlem Farmer 125, Homestead in the Hood. How you doing? Ronnie Shields, Win Lou, Psalms 146, Studio 2B, Vicky Owens, Tiffany Sims, Donna Green, James Hall, Miss A to Z, Mary Ellen, Growing Progress. Woo! What's up? Good morning, everybody. I hope this is going to be quick and painless. First off, right out the gate, before I get going, show of hands. I know it's not too many people in here. Show of hands. How many people was like, I'm going to go for it? How many people we got? How many people, show of hands, plan on trying to water bath can? Learn to grow my own. What's going on, brother? It's simpler than that, man. I got a plan. I got an idea what I want to do, and I want you in on it, actually. So I'm going to be contacting you, learn to grow my own, and so we can all really talk about this plan. Hey, Nicole Groves, how you doing? It's good to see you here. Zach Price, what's up, man? Zach Price, I'm down, man. Whenever you ready, just let me go. Let me know, because you know, I'm packing for the camping trip. This is gonna be, I'm gonna try to make this a quick video, but for the camping trip, I'm gonna do another video tonight. It's gonna, well, later today after this, so we can touch base on the camping trip, who's going, what we doing, okay? So let me see what we got here. Everybody down for it. Okay, Sunday Backyard Farmer, what's up, man? I know you probably in there wrenching on some stuff, man. Let me see. Good man don't take a day off. So, okay, catching it live here at work. A lot of people is at work right now, so it's hey, my OG organic garden. Before I get going, I want to regular gun guy, what's going on, man? What's going on, money? As a matter of fact, I want to ask you something too. You, Zach Price, and a couple other the guys, man. Learning to grow my own. I wanna ask y'all something, and I'll give y'all a call because I really want y'all in on this. Give it up for regular gun guy, everybody. Zach Price in the house. So, NJ Cali Gardner, what's up, man? What's up, little brother? It's good to see you, man. It's really good to see you. Listen, I want to give an apology. I want to apologize to a young lady that was in my live yesterday. I actually want to apologize to a couple of people that was in my live yesterday. Okay, and I appreciate your email and everything. I understand. This is what I'm apologizing for. Sometimes, and it's an apology and an explanation. I want to apologize because sometimes, and I see it in myself, my wife tells me about it, I see myself being very short-tempered with certain questions, or very short with some people. And okay, I'm not going to try to make an excuse for that, because I'm gonna be honest with you, it's wrong. And it's sometimes this world has become so sensitive to everything, it's hard to know what to say to people or how to say it or anything anymore. Okay, these are the days that really it's hard to be enlightening. It's hard to be positive, because everybody has a button, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can cross the line and step on somebody's button, and I apologize for that. Okay, I don't know if you're new to the channel or what, but I like to have a good time. Sometimes we crack on each other. We have a lot of fun. Okay, and some people don't quite understand that type of humor. I get it. Now, on the other hand, I'm going to say this. Part of my apology is when you got so many people watching you, and you have literally hundreds of trolls a week, hundreds, if not thousands at times, it's hard to know if a question coming from somebody that just don't know, it's hard to know if that question is coming from somebody that is really truly searching for a good answer versus some trolls. You go back in a couple of my videos, you will see exactly what I'm saying. Some things that I may think is totally common sense may not be common sense to you. And I really have to work on that, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I know how to do a lot of stuff. And sometimes, even with my kids, okay, I'm gonna be personal with you. Even with my children, sometimes I'll be like, oh my God, are you serious? But they haven't lived through what I lived through. They haven't been through or learned the things that I've been through and learned. So even my own wife tells me at times, you need to slow it down, because everybody they're not there yet, you know. So to you, my sister, I totally apologize. And I was a little rough around the edges yesterday. I was. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you how much I apologize for some of the little harebrained jokes that I made yesterday. I'm gonna tell you how much I apologize. I apologize so much that video got a nice amount of views. For you, my friend, I'm gonna take that video down. Okay? For you, I'm gonna take that video down. Matter of fact, give me 2 ticks, I'm gonna take that video down right now for you. If it made you feel that certain way, I don't want nobody coming over to my channel and leave feeling like, damn, I didn't come here to get my feelings hurt. You know, I don't want you feeling that way. It's enough channels on here that do that. Now understand, some stuff, some people are advanced and some people are not. Okay? And the people that are not, and they are at least trying to prepare and get themselves together and I can't hold it against you, because you're not at certain levels that other people are. So I apologize. I'm literally taking that video down right this very moment. Okay? So before we get going, I told you I was going to apologize to you live on let me see. I would do it. I got my wrong computer, y'all. Where my boy at? Okay. Hold on. Cause I got my laptop my iPad doing a whole bunch of different things. I'm gonna do this right here. Hold on. I know this is crazy, but this is how much I mean it. Let me go to my own page. Go to studio. The video was very information. You know, we shared a lot of information on that video. But we didn't share enough information in that video to risk somebody feeling like crap. Come on, YouTube. Okay, that was live video, and I'm telling you, okay, can or be canned. I am literally at this very moment I just made that video private. Okay? Let me see if you can see any of my information. So, well, you will know when you can't see it no more, everybody. So that was for my sister, and that's how much I apologize. Whatever monetization would have came from that video, it's not worth it. If I made you feel bad, it's not worth that, okay? So, again, I apologize for that. Now, let's can some freaking apples. Okay? Now, that video is history. And I'm going to tell you something else. A lot of people used to say, he'll put up a video and take it down. Because I even talked to myself like that wasn't right. That's why. It wasn't nothing malice. I take it down because either it wasn't worth it or maybe I was a little rough around the edges. You got to be able to do that to yourself. If you can't judge your own self when you doing something wrong, then can't nobody tell you nothing. I'm not that kind of guy. My wife will tell you that. Hey, Dorsha, just Dorsha. I can see you, kind of. Let me get this. There we go. Hey, everybody. Nicole Rose, everybody, just Dorsha in the house. What's going on? Now, behind me, I'm going to show you what I got going on here, okay? Behind me, I got my syrup going. I don't know if you guys know anything about if you need some syrup or not. It does not have to be piping hot. As a matter of fact, that's good enough. I just wanted to melt the honey that I had in there. So, I have two butane camp stoves behind me. I got one right here, and I got the Coleman right here. For everything that I'm using today is in the link, description link below. If you are interested in trying to purchase some of these items, all of this stuff in the description box below. Now, I want to talk about one thing. When it comes to water bath canning, again, I'm not a teacher. We canning together, okay? But I'm telling you something that I just found out. This, how many people are familiar with this? I've been using this for ever since I really started canning, right in the beginning. How many people are familiar with the steam canner? Anybody? It's a total game changer. This literally changes the game on water bath canning. I will never water bath can again if I can help it. Now, here's the deal. Everybody knows that this is a little pricey. This steam canner is a little pricey, right? Okay. Let me show you something. I did this a while back for an experiment, and now they're selling what I was talking about, which is, here's your normal, regular, everyday, big old pot, right? This is sold as a water bath canner. This ain't just a big cooking pot. I'm gonna show you something that's cool about this. As a matter of fact, give me 2 ticks. Let me pour this out so I can show you properly. No, I can show you properly without pouring it out because I need this. I don't want to waste no water either. Inside of this pot, you know, you got your bottom rack, and then you have the rack that you pull your jars out with, right? You have this too. Listen, I did this last year, I think it was. If you turn this upside down and put it inside your pot and put your bottom rack on top of that, what you get is a steam canner. all over again. You get the same thing with this as you do with this. So now they're actually selling these pots. If you want to spend the money, you can do this yourself if you got this stuff in your house. As a steam canner, water bath canner, and this is $24. Now I'm gonna show you, it's even multi-use steam canner. It's even in the instructions on to use this as a steam bath canner. Okay, I'm gonna even show you. I saw this a while back and I grabbed it and I just wanted steam canning right there. Look at this. Steam canning. So it's telling you, how crazy is that? I did something and everybody on that video was like, you can't do that. You can't do that. And I said, why can't I? It's no different than filling this little pan up with water. That's all you do with the steam canner. You fill that up to water. See that water line? Fill that up. Put that on top. The water will be right underneath this tray. You set your jars on top of it and you steam it for 15, 20 minutes. You put this lid back on top. It don't got no seal or nothing. It's just a pot lid. That's it. So this gauge at the top, you don't even need that. This gauge is pretty much just telling you once it comes to a hard boil, that gauge, every time it get to a hard boil in that steamer, that gauge be right where it need to be at in your place. That's what I was doing with this pot. No different. So the pineapples that I just let me see. The pineapples that I just did, that's what I used. Hang tight. Let's get it done. Everybody, okay. All right. Here we go. That's my cold jar of pineapples. Look at that. This, I did that in this, that way. Those pineapples. Okay? Easy to do. Before we get going, I hope everybody has, I hope you already peeled your apples, peeled the skins off, because we're going to talk about that as well. Already prepped your apples, put them in some water with a little lemon juice in there. Okay, have your apples prepped already. So I got two, I think it was two 2-pound bags of Cosmic Crisp apples is what I got. And I just spent this morning peeling them and putting them away. That's why I was running a little late. Now, when you're peeling your apples, I'm going to do this right on schedule too, on the live right now. While you're peeling your apples, do not throw your peels away. I just put out a quick 1-minute video to give you a reminder. Do not throw your peels away. Go put them in a couple of 1-gallon jars or quart jars, whatever you got. Okay, put those peels and those little butts and the core, put those in a jar, and I'm going to show you what to do with that. Right now. Hold on. I forgot this. Okay, with your peels, I'm going to make it so nothing gets thrown away. Nothing gets thrown away. Okay, my syrup is ready. No, we ain't making syrup with that. Here's some sugar, some I forget, it's organic sugar. I'm going to pour that sugar in this jar. I'm going to pour about a cup of sugar in there, okay? I just poured in about a cup of sugar. I eyeballed it. Now, I'm going to take my ladle, just kind of mix that up a little bit, okay? We doing this with the canning because this, don't waste nothing. This is not a day and time nowadays to be wasting anything. Now, what we're going to do is, everybody that made vinegar with me this winter, and you have a mother somewhere floating around, take that mother off of your vinegar, and trust me, this vinegar is so good. That's why it's half gone. Take the mother off of your vinegar. Just like this. I'm telling you how to use all the pieces to everything you about to do. See that mother, how fat she is? Take your mother, and let me get this camera right. Take your mother and just transfer her right over on top of them apples. Just like that. Let me cover it back up. My vinegar, this is some good vinegar. I don't want nothing to happen to that. Okay. Now, let me get some of that out because it overflowed a little bit. Just put some napkins on there, suck out about a little bit of that. Let me lay the lid out. It's way more than I thought it was going to be. Hold on. Give me 2 ticks. Because I want about 1 inch head space in there too, so it can properly bubble. Take a couple out of there. Take a couple cups of that out of there, like that. Okay. My eyeballing game is needs some glasses. Okay, and then I'm gonna cover that up. I'm gonna put a rag over it. That's what I bought this for. My bad. Put a towel over it. And a rubber band. I'm going to mark the date on there when I'm done with this video, and in about 30 days or so, I can't even remember, you're going to have apple cider vinegar just like that. And when I tell you this thing is delicious, it's delicious. Forget about it. You won't be using nothing from the store. As a matter of fact, I use my vinegar when I'm canning. This is my own vinegar that I'm using to clean my jars. Any questions so far? Any questions? Let me see what we got. Okay. Any questions so far on anything we just talked about? Hey, Crafty Mom's Creations. Lady Dagger status. The mother is the probiotic. Okay, you explained it to somebody. Okay. Kelly says I went crazy with the vinegars. I did lemon, peach, strawberry, cranberry vinegars. Okay. Learning to grow my own said, what if some people don't have the mother? You can purchase the mother from several places. One is Publix. You can purchase a mother from Whole Food type stores like what is it called? 14K or stuff like that. Places, organic health food places, GNC, several different places you can purchase it, or you can just wait it out and it will make its own mother. True story. Let me see. Do you leave any seeds in the core? I leave it all when I'm making vinegar. Yes, I just leave everything in there. Some people don't, I do. Lady Dagger status, I make the vinegar in quart jars as well. Okay. How you doing, Don't Hurt the Harvest? Zipporah says, do you leave the seeds? Okay, got that one. I'm going, thank you, Delgado 747. I'm going to put a link to my older videos making the vinegar. I do have a vinegar making playlist, vinegar kombucha making playlist, and I'll put that on here too. Does the Coleman hot plate have enough BTUs to get hot enough? I just literally, yes it does. I literally just boiled my syrup. My syrup, you can see it smoking. See it? Yes. And for water bath canning, a couple of rounds, it won't. That's all you need. How long do you wait for the mother to form? That's go to my vinegar playlist for that one. Okay. Let me see. Yes. Where did I get the tool to peel the core and the apple? I'm going to put that down in the link below, okay? Because that one is hard to find. It's literally hard to find. You will see some like it, but it gets weird. Okay. Vinegar don't turn to wine. Wine will turn to vinegar. So if you got it, if it's wine-like, it's not ready yet. It hasn't become vinegar yet. Does cleaning your jars with vinegar prevent botulism? I'm not a teacher, okay, on this. I'm just canning. You want to ask Homestead Heart that question, okay? I'm not qualified to answer that one. You're very welcome, Rita Holcomb. So, okay, as far as the syrup goes, I got a very, very crisp. This is a Cosmic Crisp apple. I have a very crisp, sweet apple. Listen. I don't know if you can hear that. This apple does not need any sugar at all. I only made a syrup just to help with preservation. Other than that, I didn't use much sugar. I think I probably used a cup of sugar to make the syrup and a cup of honey. That's my thing though, okay? You don't need the honey. I put in 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, just regular cinnamon, and that was it. I didn't have any mold in my vinegar. Okay. So, how many people have already prepared their apples? How many people prepared their apples already? That is good. Okay, learning to grow, you got your apples ready? You know it's about time to go to war. Okay. Hey, everything fresh and sassy. She said, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready too. Let me see. Okay, apples ready? All right. Did you clean your jars first? Did you wash your jars? What I like to do is wash my jars and put them in the oven at about 150 and just let them sit in there until I'm ready to do whatever I'm doing. And now I have them right here. I have them right here under the box that they came in. But now they've been washed, heat sterilized, and they ready to go. And I didn't want nothing to fall down in them, so that's why I got that. And I don't like them being upside down. So the first thing I'm going to do, matter of fact, hold on. I left this over here too. like you doing. All right. Have your lids, not necessarily your rings, but have your lids in some nice warm water so they clean and loosening up the rubber ring around it. So you can start loosening that up. It just sticks better like that to me. I never understood. I thought it was for sterilization, but for me, for the most part, it's just for that ring just sticks on there better. Y'all see when I open a jar how hard it is to open? That's part of that. Okay, let me see. Roz, this ain't nothing to be nervous about. Everybody got a water bath canner, right? We ain't pressure canning. This is nothing to be nervous about. I mean, nothing. I'm going to move my books out of the way and bring my apples on over, because this, when you see how simple this is, do y'all got y'all syrup ready? How many people need to get their syrup together? It's nothing you got to really do. It's a simple syrup that you can put together. Really hope this is not a stupid question. No, I've done my apologizing for that. But not understanding the difference in water bath canning and pressure canning. Okay, that's something we're gonna have to tackle another time. It's a huge difference, because if you try to water bath like me, you're gonna get sick. People say, and that's why I don't like touching that, because there's a debate where people did that back in the ancient days. I'm not touching that one. Okay, it's a huge difference to me. So we're gonna talk about that another time, or please go ask a professional like Homestead Heart. All right. Not a stupid question at all. Okay, everything fresh and sassy. Question: I can't have any form of sugar. Is that absolutely necessary to add sugar? That's a good question. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had some peaches that I didn't add sugar to, and I just ate a jar of them. Maybe I did that 2 years ago, and I ate a jar of it maybe around April, around my birthday. Wasn't nothing wrong with them. I don't like adding sugar either. Sugar is a form of preservative, but even the Ball Blue book tell you to add sugar. See, that's the book I was looking for last night. Yeah, even in the book, it's asking for 1 1/2 cups of sugar. You can add honey. You can, I don't like going too far outside of stuff that I'm not a professional at. I'm not a canning professional, so I like to stick with the books, and I want to get something out here. To be honest with you, I don't can for fun. I don't can for fun. I can't, and I have no intentions on eating this food unless, like, trouble happens. So, if I'm going to be just eating something or putting it away for later, that's something I would just put in the deep freezer and just wait on it, or smoke it, dehydrate it. But if it's something I'm putting away for a long-term stash, I just follow the directions. That's just me. I don't like the sugar either. As a matter of fact, I shouldn't be eating no sugar whatsoever. Okay. But I'm with you, sister. Can you use honey instead of sugar? Again, that falls in the same thing. I just want to stick to the directions, okay? Okay, let's get right into it. Number one, I'm going to show you right off the bat. Here go the Coleman cooker. And I'm about to get this crunk right now and start getting my water heated up. Get my boil on. Can y'all see that flame? Okay. Start getting my water up. Now I gotta watch where I stand because I don't want to catch on fire. All right. While that's coming up to a boil, I'm gonna start just loading my jars up. Right out the gate. I'm just gonna start getting my apples in there. We can start now, y'all. Just start getting your apples in there the best way you know how. I sliced them and I used the peeler to get them that way. And I'm gonna show you something I do. If you can't fit a whole bunch in one jar, I do this for meat too. Don't go past your half-inch head space, no matter what you do. And that apple don't want to come out. You can always cut these apples if you need to. It does not have to be a perfectly slice in there. You can do whatever you want. As a matter of fact, that's what I usually do. But just for giggles, I'm going to leave that there. Because I cut these in quarters. In eighths, I'm sorry. I cut them in eighths. And I'm just going to break that and just get him in there. Just like that. Down half. Okay? See that? I don't like coming over this ring for nothing. Even if I only need a half-inch head space. So now I'm going to come over here to my syrup. I'm going to come over here. And all I'm going to do is fill this up. Where's my ladle? Fill my jar up with the syrup. Can y'all see that okay? All I got in here is honey, sugar, and cinnamon. I can't find my bigger ladle. Oh, there it go. There it go. I got it. Now I'm going to fill this up to that half-inch, that second ring right there. Right there. Right up to that second ring. And if you ain't sure, use your little measuring stick. Okay, your half-inch is right there. Use your measurer. Now, that's hot. Hold on. Now, I am going to get the air bubbles out. You can see air bubbles already coming out. Let me see. You can see air bubbles already coming out. And just mess that around. Let the rest of that air out. For some reason, I can never get all the air out. Just keep going till the bubbles go away, that's all. Nothing crazy. There is no rocket science to this at all. There you go. Now, we're going to get a napkin. We're going to get a napkin or a rag, whatever, is totally up to you. I like to keep my vinegar in one of these facial pad, like for acne or makeup removal, because I don't waste no vinegar and I don't got vinegar all over the place. I've been doing this ever since Homestead Heart taught me how to do this. See that? I just get enough on there that I need. And I wipe the top of that ring. I get that top nice and clean and sterilized and ready to go. Okay? And now, I get one of my lids, put it on top, finger tighten. I'm not kidding. When I say finger tighten, finger tighten. Do not, don't crank that on there, or the process won't take. When I say finger tighten, you can even take your pinky and your thumb. That'll work even more, because you know your pinky ain't strong. That's it. Now, I'm going to set this right on top, and I'm steaming mine. If you have a water bath canner, let me cut this off so we can get something straight. If you're water bath canning with a full thing of water, okay, you're going to want to, if you're using a whole pot, you're going to want to fill this up until the water comes over top of the jars, okay? Because that's just how it's done. Make that water come about 1 inch over top of the jars. If you're normally water bath canning, I'm steam canning like I just showed you, because it uses way less water. But this is the traditional water bath canning method right here. Bring your water, get all your jars in there, bring that water to about 1 inch over top of the water, and then bring it to a boil. Because I know it's a lot of people ain't steaming nothing right now. Any questions so far? Hey, Cali Homesteading with Pooh Bear. Any questions whatsoever? If not, thank you, Messy Homestead. Hey, Messy Homestead, where you been? Say about to start homeschool day, popping in to show some support. Wish I could stay. That's okay. It's good to see you, because I'm like, I ain't been getting notifications from people, so I was wondering about you. I wouldn't even look for you the other day and saw that you about to start back and you wasn't ready. Hey, Karma Back. Thank you, Karma Back. Thank you so much. Say hello, Leah Farmer. I'm new, and I also am a new to the live stream canning. Is steam canning only for fruits and vegetables? Yes. Yes. You want to steam, that's not for meat. Meat, pressure can. Okay? No matter what. That's my vinegar rag. Let me move that out the way. Oh, I'm tripping. I forgot I set a trash can right here for that. Okay. So now, all we got to do is repeat that process. Fill up those jars. I got another knife around here so I can start breaking some of these apples up into chunks when I need to. Start filling your jars up. It's that simple. Another jar. Let's start filling it up. I should have had this already ready, but I kind of wanted to do this with you guys as we do it, because this how Homestead Heart, when she was teaching me, I was watching her and I was going along with her, and that's what helped me. And then go back in the video later and catch what I missed, and asking other people in the chat. Right? Look at that little apple. Just perfect size for what I'm doing. Fill that up. If it don't fit, don't force it. Just cut that sucker. That's what my uncle would have said. Cut them. So I filled it up with apples. Now I'm going to just fill it up with sauce, with syrup. up to a 1/2 inch head space. Just like that. Now I'm going to get my little debubbler and just look at the bubbles coming out already. And just get the bubbles out. Just go around there, just kind of jab at them a little bit. Let the bubbles out, get some fresh air. And what's making it that color, I think I saw somebody say, that's the honey that's making my syrup that color. I didn't use very much cinnamon. That's going to be the honey. Now, get my rings out of here. Okay. Take my vinegar rag. Do this on every single jar. Who is that sneaking in? Sonia, I saw that. I saw that. Take that vinegar rag and just wipe around that and make sure ain't no sticky, sugary goop. Use 2 towels or rags if you have to, but you don't want that sticky, gooey, slimy, nothing. Now get your ring, set it on top. Finger tighten. This is how I'm going to finger tighten it. With my pinky and my thumb. That'll give me the perfect pressure. Okay? Once you catch it, let it go. That's it. Don't try to, this ain't a competition. You just want that to snug down like that. Like, look how easy it is for me to unlube it. See that? Stop it right there when it just kind of starts. Now, I'm going to set this down in my pot. That's it. That's it. So all we doing now, you don't have to wait for me. All we doing now is filling up our jars. So that's my mission. Get as many jars as I can fit in this pot. Load them up. Let me see. So you can see exactly what I'm doing here. Loading up these apples. You don't think it take long to peel this many apples, but doggone it, I was in here like I was working on a pirate ship peeling these mugs. Okay? If it don't fit, don't force it. Just cut that sucker. Okay? You're going to be happy you did later. You can cut it up into little bits. Just add to the flavor. Get more stuff in there. See that? See what I did? This is your food, family. This is your food. Now, if you going to a fair and you trying to preserve and win a competition and win the little blue ribbon, don't listen to me. Because I'm not. This ain't blue ribbon canning. Just saying. This is, I hope I can stay alive with this canning. This survival canning to me. It's not blue ribbon. I would never take what I'm doing to the state fair. Where they judge you on color. They judge you on presentation. This ain't that. This ain't that at all. Okay, I hope y'all can see that okay. And for everybody that has the questions about why can't you, what's the difference between steam bath canning and pressure canning, I'm going to tell you right now. See, I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. Please go get this book. Go get a canning book, and it's going to tell you this book breaks it down all the way to the very last compound of what you're doing and why. Okay? That blue book of canning and preserving, that one breaks it down to what you're doing, exactly what you need, and why. Okay? So, got my half-inch space in there, head space. Get some of get the bubbles out of that. I forgot to get my bubbles out. Get your bubbles out, work your bubbles. I wish y'all could see them bubbles actually coming up when you do this. part of the reason I don't like doing the debubbling, because then it kick your food back out and you got to rearrange it. So, get back down in there, sucker. You know what this is. So there you go. Let me re-wipe it. Lid on. My water is lukewarm for my lids, if anybody is asking. Pinky thumb is the best way to judge your... If you got little baby hands, you might want to try something else. But with your pinky, you know your pinky ain't holding on to nothing. That's it. Just, if you can open it and close it with your pinky, you good. That's it. Set that down in the pot. Now, I'm just going off of what I've learned. Why do you have cardboard on top of the empty jars? So nothing falls in them. Let me show you. I know that looks crazy, but I like my jars coming up. Do you see this pan right here? This is an old pizza pan, and I didn't want the old rust on there. I've had this all my life. This actually belonged to my mom. I've seen this my whole life, and I don't want the rust around to touch the top of these jars and transfer to my lids. So I want my jars facing up, and I just put a box over the top of them so don't nothing fly down in there. That's all. That's not a procedure. That's not a procedure at all. That's just, I'm just trying to not be gross. See? Because if you could move 1 second and a gnat go down there, a fly, something else. So this is it, family. This is all to it. Load your jars up, fill up your pot. Okay? It's nothing to it. This is really it. Oh, anytime, I got you. No big deal. Fill up your jar. If it don't fit, don't force it. Just cut that sucker. You know? If it don't fit, don't force it. Just cut it. If you're trying to can for the fair, this might be the wrong channel. Okay? Just like that. More syrup. And this is just a repetitive thing when you canning. It's just the same thing over and over again, depending on how many jars you got. There you go. Look at all the, let me show you the bubbles so you will see. I'm going to come in close so we can see the actual debubbleization. You can see the bubbles on top right there. Now, you might be able to see them come up from the jar. You can see it on this side real good. Watch this. Hold on. Let me switch it around because a lot of bubbles is coming out. Can you? Watch this. See the bubbles coming out that top piece? See them little bubbles? Get that out of there. Some of these bubbles is being made by the apples themselves, but for the most part, just get as much as you can out. It's just not going to be perfect. Run down the side. Look at that. Bubbles just jumping out. See that? I think I ain't going to touch on that. I'll leave that to the pros. There you go. And look what else happened. Not only when I let the air out, the water went down. Let me get this back in here. So now I got to add just a little bit more syrup because my water went down. My syrup went down rather. Okay. See that? Let me go wash off my debubbler because it bit the dust. Okay. Now, any questions so far of anything we've been doing? Any questions? Because I'm hoping you guys are helping each other ask questions, because you know, we in this together. What happens if you don't get the bubbles out? I don't think it'll seal. I don't think it'll seal properly because you got entirely too much air in there. That's why they want you to put half-inch head space for certain things. And when you're doing meat, you want that 1-inch head space. You need enough room for it to be bubbling and get hot in there, but at the same time, you don't want it to explode. And at the other time, you don't want it to not seal. So I wiped off the top, put on a ring. Put on a lid, put on a ring. I'm gonna use my pinky and my thumb to tighten it, just to get it right at the right tighten, just like that. Beautiful, right? Okay, get that down in there. This video is longer, way longer than I thought, because I wanted to apologize and explain a few other things that we were doing. Save your scraps for vinegar, good vinegar. You're gonna have vinegar. You're gonna have a mother for later. No, is your pot under the fire? No, I cut my fire off because I forgot. I gotta load these jars up so you can get going too. Cut your fire off if you got it on. That's why I said let me cut my fire off a little earlier. That you might have missed that one. Because we got to get our stuff loaded. How long do you leave them in the water? We're going to get there. I got you, Roz. Just keep loading them jars until once you ready, once you got enough, like I'm on my 5th jar so far. If we have sugar concerns, can you just use spring water to fill the jar? Again, I don't know. I'm going by my instructions, okay? I'm just going by instructions because I don't want to go on my own accord doing nothing right now. I'm a student just like you. Is it safe to boil honey? I can't answer that one, okay? Some of this stuff, you guys, you can just skip over and Google it real quick. Okay. If it don't fit, don't force it. Just cut it. Okay. Psalm said, liquid from the canner may enter the jar. There's air pockets left in it. I missed something. Or if there's air pockets left in it, also causing the contents of the jar to leak out. Yes, it's going to either leak or not seal. Thank you for that, Psalms. Thank you. I'm going to speed this process up because by now I know what's going on. You do not have to. This is not a race. This is not a race at all. Hit it with the debubbler. I'm looking at all kind of bubbles coming out. Okay. It ain't got to be perfect, but you don't want no bubbles trapped in there. Every time I do this, look, now I was at a half-inch space. Now it's almost up down to 1 inch. Oh, watch this. Oh, man. I just mashed out so many bubbles. I don't know if y'all can see that. No, my hand was in the way. So, wipe down every single rim. If you forget or you don't know if you did, take that lid back off and go do it. Trust me. Or you're going to pay for that in the long run because it might not seal. Or if it does seal, it may pop on you, pop open later when you don't want it to. Now, I got that. Thank you, Zipporah. Thank you for that. Now, put on a lid. Pinky, thumb, ring. That's just so I know the tightness of it. Because I'll tighten this too tight. Because that will be a problem. Boom. Look how beautiful that is already. Put that in the pot. Thank you so much, Zipporah. Thank you. Okay, Gail Espresso said yes and no on boiling honey. It could, okay, that's about the honey. All right. Hey, Kelly said, I'm canning with you, but I'm curious about the texture after the process. Once you're done, let it cool off, then you taste it and you tell me. Remember, I'm canning for survival. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's my garden behind me out there. I didn't want the light beaming in here. This is another reason I kind of wanted to get this over with in the morning. I got a lot of stuff to do. I got to get ready for the camp. And at the same time, the light, once it hits the top of the house and goes over the house and it's in the back, we in some trouble. Okay. Loaded that back up. If it don't fit, don't force it. Just cut it. Those little pieces will fit. Those little pieces will fill up that pocket. This apple does not want to be in here. Get that down in there. Okay. Load him up with juice. To a 1/2 inch space. Measure it if you have to. Where's my little measure? It's always about there. There it is. Wipe off your ring. Wipe off your lid. Let's get that bubble going. Bubble. Bubble lid. Bubble lid. Get them bubbles. Mash them apples down and watch what happens. You will see them. You might not be able to see them on camera, but you doing it in your own house, you can see your own bubbles. And you will see exactly that there is some bubbles in there. Okay? Lid, ring, pinky thumb tighten. Okay, I'm on number 6. Thank you so much. Hey, Grammy, y'all, how you doing? I'm just doing what I was taught. I'm trying to keep up with the big folks. So you're going to buy a 1/2 bushel of something and can it. That's what I wanted everybody to do. I wanted everybody to go out, grab them a couple bags of apples, and watch how easy this is. That's what this is all about. Because everybody right now should be preserving our food one way, form, or fashion. Dehydration, freezer, dry freezing, whatever. Because the way things are going, it just don't look good. Things are not looking good. You can't deny it. Don't care how it happened, why it happened. All that matters is it is really truly happening, and we need to start doing something about it. Sitting around talking about it is not going to fix the situation. Sitting around talking about the problem is not going to fix the problem. We know the problem. What are we going to do about it? You are taking the first step right now. This is how you fix the problem. Okay? Let me see if I got any questions. Does anyone have a freeze dryer? Myra McLean has a freeze dryer. The only reason I don't have a freeze dryer, I have so many reasons why I don't have one. I've been researching them for years, and freeze dried food is good, no doubt. But that machine is something else. So the things, the problems that happen to them for me kind of throws me off. Okay? Wipe your ring. lid, pinky thumb, tighten. You good. Okay, I think I got enough for about 1 or 2 more jars. I know everybody else was probably doing about 6 jars. Any questions so far? I was looking into it, but it's very expensive. It's an investment. It's an investment. My problem was the maintenance on it and the pump and the time it takes to use it to make a little bit of food, freeze-dried food. That kind of threw me off. And I have yet to make the investment. If you do, great. I just couldn't see. It's easy to carry freeze-dried food if you had to get. Can you reuse lids? I'm not going to touch on that one, okay? If this is your first time doing it, don't do that. That's what I'm gonna say. If this is your first time canning, don't do that. That's all I'm gonna say. I would love to touch on that and tell you what I do, but I don't want you going down a path. They can also use a chopstick or as a debubbler. You can use anything you want as a debubbler. You know what? This is what I was using before I had a debubbler. What? Before I had a debubbler, which only cost about $1, wooden spoon, your knife. That's not a serious tool. You need it. You need to debubble, but it's not nothing that should be stopping you from canning. It's not an instrument that should be stopping you from getting your can and stuff down in there. Okay? Get that sucker down. You lift him up. Add a little sauce. Hey! What do you know about this sauce? Boom. You said wood or plastic only. I wouldn't say that because the lids is metal. Let me be quiet. I don't know. It never made me no never mind to me. It ain't never hurt none of my food so far, so. Debubbled. Jar. Wipe your jar. Lid, pinky thumb, lid, ring, tighten. All right, I think I got enough for 1 more shot. Now I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna turn that upside down. Now, as far as the box, I like to keep the box. Can you reuse Tattler lids? Yes, I actually have. Tattler lids are the only ones that are certified for reuse. Let me show them to you. As soon as I find my bucket. Oh, okay. I invested in a bunch of Tattler lids. Here we go. And some of my food, if I want to store something for now, and come back later and just eat it fairly soon, this is a Tattler lid. Here are the rings. See, this box is almost empty. I didn't even know I used that ring. A rubber ring for your Tattler lid. It got a little groove on it. See that? You put that on there like that. I'm going to use one of these Tattler lids because I'm going to eat these apples on another video. So I won't waste a lid. I can keep reusing this over and over and over and over and over again. So that's going on my next one. Put that in the warm water. My last jar, I believe. Think. Lid, which lid do you prefer? It's not which lid do I prefer. The Tattler lid is so you can just, if you know you're going to be in and out, keep reusing it, and you're not canning for, you know, survival, then the Tattler lids are great. Problem with the Tattler lids, they're very expensive. Very expensive. And rightly so, because you can keep using them over and over and over again. I'm going to cut that up a little bit because I think I can get a few more in here. I'm going to cut them up in the quarters in there. If it don't fit, don't force it. Just cut that sucker. See that? Works every time. Syrup. All right. Just like that. Air bubbles out of there. Oh, I'm trying to do this so you can see the air come out. Okay. Push them back down in there. All right. Wipe my top. This is my last jar. I'm going to use a Tattler lid. 1/2-inch head space for these apples, yes. Tattler lid. This is the one we're going to taste together, okay? Put that on the same way you do the other ones. And you also use the same kind of ring. You got an extra ring somewhere. Pinky thumb tighten. That's it. Now I'm going to set that right down in there. That's it. Any questions? Can you address cinnamon? Can you address cinnamon to your syrup? If you mean add, yes, I add cinnamon to my pears and to my apples. Lead, where did you buy your vinegar holder? Oh, the pump. This is just, you can buy that anywhere, any cosmetic, where they sell cosmetics, Wally World. This is just, it's not a vinegar holder. I just use it for that. This is the pump, like alcohol for your facial pads. A lot of ladies know about removing your makeup. This is where I got the idea from my wife. I was literally watching my wife take off her lipstick and stuff, you know, one day, and I'm sitting there looking at her like, she looking at me like, what you looking at? I said, I could use that for something completely different. And that's where the idea came up with that. Staring at my baby, staring at my queen. Okay. Anyway, any questions before we move forward? Is everybody done? Can I find a canning kit at a local grocery store? When you say canning kit, what do you mean? Yes, I did. HOA. I wiped all of the jars with vinegar. But see there, now you making me second guess myself. Huh? You making me second guess myself, HOA Homestead or not. Let me make sure I did. I'm running my mouth. I may not have. Thank you for that, just in case I didn't. If you even question whether you wiped your lid off or not, go back. I have redone a whole batch because I wasn't sure. I didn't know which one I did and which one I didn't, so I redone them all. Now it's wiped no matter what happened. So thank you for that. Okay. Psalms 146, thank you for that. She says, check your altitude before we start to cut this water on. I know what I am and mine need to be. Well, if I was pressure canning this, I'm not pressure canning it. So I need to keep mine steaming for 20 minutes. If they were hot packed, if I had them apples boiling in the warm syrup, I would have only had to wait 10 minutes. But since they're cold packed, freshly cut apples, I'm going to let mine either water bath, boil, or steam can for 20 minutes. So you don't start counting. You don't set your timer until your water comes to a hard boil. So right now, let me get rid of all this tissue paper. So right now, cut your fire on. Cut it on high. For now. Put your lid on. That just keeps in the heat so it can heat up faster. And that's it. Wait till that come up to a hard boil. Soon as you start it, don't start your timer yet. When it come to a hard rolling boil, then we set our 20-minute timer, okay? Only then, because you don't want it to, if I start the timer now, it's not going to seal properly. Because it wasn't at its pressure or its heat long enough. Right there. Okay, so now, while I wait, hold on, let me get my stool, which I keep forgetting. And we're going to chop it up. I'm going to answer as many questions as I possibly can. You're done after this. We're done. Really. True story. This is it. I told you, after I found out how easy this is, and then all I could think to myself is, why am I just now doing this? Okay, Goddess said, do you pressure can? Yes, I do. And I just showed everybody some of my work yesterday. This is brisket, and this is chicken breast. Pressure canned 2 years ago. Okay, I'm with y'all. Let me see the questions, what we got here. Bring your pot up to a rolling hard boil. How much water is in your pot? If you're water bath canning, the water should come over top of your jars about an inch. I'm steam bath canning, so it's a total different ball game. I'm going to show you exactly how much. I have about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of water in mine. See how deep that is? Let me show you on my finger, because I like to do stuff where you can make it's up to the first knuckle. So up to your first knuckle, that's about 1 inch. That's how much water I got in here, because I'm steam bath canning. If you are water bath canning, the water should be over the top of your jars about 1 inch. Fill the water above the jars, right. In pressure canning, that's a different ball game. Water bath canning, the water should be about an inch above the jar. Because as it's boiling, the steam is coming out. You don't want that water to go down past the ring. Good morning, Carbon Q. How you doing, little sister? Good to see you in here. Let me see. You need that metal piece for the bottom of my pot. You don't. You can put anything down there. You can use some of these rings and then set that that bottom rack on there. You don't. That's what I did before. I just made up something. And I had saw this and I wanted to show everybody this. Because they actually sell what I was thinking about. Even my wife was like, maybe you need to stick with the book. I said, I'm not going to show too many people this. Okay? They sell it now. Once you show me this, you can't tell me there's a difference between steam cooking in this and steam cooking in that. They selling this thing for a nice ticket. Let me see. G Alexa says, when do you water can versus steam can versus pressure can? Water bath canning and steam canning is the same thing. Pressure canning is when you're trying to pressure cook meats, acidic foods. And again, I gotta say this. I'm not a teacher. I may be saying some stuff wrong. Okay, I may be saying some wrong stuff. Please go buy this book. It doesn't cost that much money, and it's gonna tell you the rules from the guidelines from scientists. Okay? It's getting hot in here too. Let me see. Yes, please go get some canning books and go try to find the Blue Book of Canning. You won't be sorry, I promise you. Right, low in acid. I'm sorry about that. See, thank you, Chine. Thank you. See what I mean? Things that are low in acid. Pressure can all meats. Period. I'm making a mess, y'all. The Ball Blue Book of Canning. That's that junk. All right. Is everybody got their pots boiling? Hey, Cindy's World, is that a regular hot plate you're heating on? It's just a Coleman butane stove, yes. It's nothing special, spectacular, nothing whatsoever. Grammy Yaw says water bath, canning fruits, fruit juices, jams, jellies, salsas, tomatoes, pickles, relishes, chutneys, sauces, pie fillings, vinegars, condiments. Want to know something? Every year I get just huge load of lemons off of Lemon Lane. Y'all know about my tree name is Lily. I get hundreds of lemons every year. What you gonna do with hundreds of lemons? It get to a point you can't even give them away. So what I do, I can my own lemon juice. I put that video, I'm going to put that video at the end of this video here. Can your own lemon juice. You got, I don't know, orange juice, pineapple juice, and it might go bad sitting in the refrigerator. Can it? Deb Davis said, I use 2 induction burners so I don't heat my house up too much. That's smart. Let me see. Sylvia says, you can go to a National Center for Home Food Preservation online for info also, but the preservation online for but the book will be your backup for no power. Amen. I'm with you on that. Let me see. It says the book is $57.89 on Amazon. I believe it, and here's the problem with that. The book is probably almost $60 now because when the boot hit the poop, the price of that book was going up, and I think I got mine for like $40. And all of the OG canners were saying this book used to be like $7, $20 tops forever. And now, let me show you how thin it is. This is almost a doggone pamphlet or a magazine you will read at the airport. It's so full of good knowledge. Would I pay $60 for it if I didn't have it? And I know it's going to save my life. Would I pay $60 for this little bitty book? Yep. I'll buy 2 of them. I'll buy a backup book. I ain't going to lie to you. Let me see. Said, no. Go to Georgia Extension. It's $25. Everybody might not be there. Learning to grow my own. So if you're using a steam canner that you showed me, make sure it's pressure to your zone. Bring this up to a hard boil. Bring it up to a hard boil, okay? What you see this one do, you can do whatever you want. I'm just telling you, I own 3 different kinds, and this does the exact same thing as this, which does the exact same thing as if you submerge your jars. Bring it up to a hard boil, and then start your timer. All that other stuff, the only thing you need to find with finding your zone, your pressure, your atmosphere is that's going to tell you how long should you be boiling this stuff. Okay, Green Grass Grow said, I just purchased the USDA Complete Guideline to Home Canning 2020 printing $8.95. Okay. Yeah, beans got to be pressure can. You want to pressure can beans. Oh, T-Nog in the house. Where'd she go? Oh, I didn't see her. Oh, there she is. There she is. Hey, T-Nog. Okay. I'm starting to hear my pot come up to a boil. It ain't a hard rolling boil yet, but it's coming up there. Once that come to a hard boil, I'm going to start my timer. Let me see. You got me pulling out my pressure canner and do some teriyaki chicken. Go for it. What is we waiting for? It ain't even got to be that extravagant of a meal. Just, just get ourselves together. What pot am I using now? This is just a regular old pot. What do y'all do when canning pintos? Okay, I've never canned pinto beans, so I ain't gonna speak on that one. How long does the butane canister last? It depends on how high of a heat you running. How you doing, Jeremy? Hey, Miss Native Cherokee, I'm just seeing you too. Sonya Trail, y'all saw I was moving around like a squirrel in a tree. Lead, what pot are you using right now on? I'm using this is just a regular old pot. You can pull this from under your cabinet and use it. Water bath canning is no special pot. You just want to make sure when you water bath canning, you want to make sure you got enough room inside of that pot that the water can come over top of that jar about 1 inch like that without bubbling over too, without spilling all over the place. So a good pot like you about to make some chili. You know what I'm saying? Good chili pot. When did the brisket, when you did the brisket, what seasoning did you use? You can use any seasoning you did. You might not like everything I do. And I will tell you though, don't go off what I'm doing. You gotta know what you want, okay? All I used is some beef bouillon. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show it to you if you got a second. I'm gonna show you what I use if I can find it. It should be right up here. I just used it. Yeah, there you go. Okay. I didn't even know I was going. All I use, literally, is beef bouillon. This is from a store here. What is it called? Chef store. So it's a big giant thing of it. This is how much canning I done with this. So when I'm cooking beef, brisket, meatloaf, whatever, this is just a beef bouillon base. I don't even put salt in it. If you use salt, what I do with it? Use either pink Himalayan salt or use kosher salt. Non-iodized. I had it. I think I moved it. Non-iodized salt. Oh, here we go. Like pickling salt. You know, use salt like that. Canning salt. So you can use the pink Himalayan salt, that canning salt, and I don't use no normal table salt. Let me see. Right. Here's another thing about adding different seasonings to your canning food. You want to check that blue book. You want to check your canning book. Some things in that canning book are not approved. You want to watch out for that. What else we got? Is everybody canning? Let me know something. Is everybody else there we go. Is everybody else boiling? I don't know, bro. AJ. I don't know. I've never even heard of that kind of salt, my friend. I just know about the salt that I use. I've never even heard of that. Yes, I said kosher salt. Yes. You can use kosher salt. But again, you want to read that book. Say, Led, can you show me the book cover again? Yes, I can. What happens if you use iodized salt? Sonya, just don't. Just don't do it. Please. Again, I'm a student to the game, okay? I'm a student. If somebody right now that I don't know 100% of, I'm not fluid with this, If they tell me don't do it, I'm just not going to do it. And if I want to know why, read the book. Read the book. That's going to tell you why. If somebody told me, don't walk across that street. Why? Don't do it. I'm going to go find out why. But until I find out why, I'm just not going to cross that street. Do I use ball jars? I use whatever kind of jars I can find. I don't care the brand. I just don't. Because there's a couple of different companies that have merged now. I think it's Anchor Hocking and Ball Jar. I can't remember the two companies. But yeah, I don't get into that anymore. It's hard to find equipment these days, so you'd be lucky to find anything. Are you going to do other canning tutorials? This ain't a tutorial. You just canning with me. If you want a good tutorial and you want to learn from a master, please go talk to Homestead Heart. I am not a teacher at this at all. You see how many mistakes I made doing this and had to go trace my steps? No. So it's not a tutorial. Don't learn this from me. I said it yesterday, I'm saying it again. Don't learn from me. The only reason I'm doing this is I wanted to show everybody how easy it is. How simple it is. That's it. Let me see. Let me see. I'm asking because I think I've done it in my ignorance when I first started canning. Oh, okay. Okay. I would love to help you. I would love to help you, but I'm not there yet. I'm a student just like you. Just because I've been canning, I am not a professional. Every time I pull my equipment out, I still gotta pull out my books. I still got to pull out my notes, every time I do. When you got to keep on pulling out your notes, pulling out your books and your recipes, you ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? Homestead Heart, her notes, her recipes, and her procedures is right up here. I ain't there yet. Let me see. You are so welcome, Everything Fresh and Sassy. I'm just trying to, what we did right today so far is so doggone easy. We ain't did nothing. We've been on here for, oh my God, an hour and a half. I wanted to make this so short, but less standard time as usual. But we really been rocking though. And now my stuff coming up to it's coming up there. That hard boil coming. Thank you, Gifted Grace. Nate Ricks, you know what I'm saying? Very true. I'm just trying to be honest, man. I don't want to steer nobody wrong. I can stand on here and lie all day and make myself look like a professional. I do not want nobody. I'm a student in the game, man. It's some stuff that, yeah, I can pop my collar on, but not this. See. Everything Fresh and Sassy. I know this is one of those processes where it's just gonna take some time, especially with showing every single step. That's hard to do with a camera jammed in my face and everything. Say, so many have never seen someone canning food. I was married before I ever saw anyone do that. It was my husband's grandmother that taught me to water bath, and Homestead Heart taught me to pressure can. Thank you for that, Judy. Thank you for that. No, I haven't set the timer yet because my pot has not quite come to a full boil yet. Until your pot comes to, see, it's more and more and more steam building up. Mine has, this is a big pot. So mine is just now coming to a spot where I can hear it and it's not there yet. I know that for a fact. It's getting there though. If yours is coming to a hard rolling boil, if your pot is at a hard rolling, almost uncontrollable boil, start your timer and make it for 20 minutes. Depending on where you are. Now I'm gonna say one other thing. You can overtime and be okay, but you can't undertime and be okay. Remember that. Oh, Mary Glover, yours will be ready in 2 minutes. Say, canning is easy, just time consuming. Yeah, it's the preparation. Getting the apples peeled, cored, cut up, getting your jars clean. All of that is the time take. Actually, canning is the easy part. Thank you so much, Ali. And Danny's Healing Garden. Thank you for that. Makeup Lee said, Lynn, I was the first canning. Oh, you was at the first canning party and still remember making us laugh. No leg, botulism. But I tell you what, I canned chicken that night, doing it in the greenhouse lounge. Let me tell you something. It don't get no better than that. You know, I didn't have to do none of this. I know this is the kind of person I am. It's always fun to learn. It's always fun to learn with other people, having fun, learning something. Some of the most important skills I've learned in my life, I learned with somebody by my side having fun, where it didn't make me feel like I'm working. So if I'm here with y'all, and if you're a learner like I am, where I like to have fun while I'm learning, it never goes away. Tamara Williams, Led, do you want to sell your preserved apples? No. No, not at all. I think right now, Tamara Williams, why do you need preserved apples? Because I'm hoping that you're canning with us. I'm hoping. Let me see, Michelle. Oh, I canned yesterday chicken adobe. Fire. I didn't watch your earlier video, and you had me rolling when you said the oval noise had you. Oh. Let me see. Okay, Caroline Skinner, if you're a hard rolling boil, start your timer. Depending on your area, mine is going to be for 20 minutes. When is the next canning party? Y'all don't want to can with me, because it gets a little rough around the edges when I start pressure canning. Say, Lynn, you... I'm trying to do my very best on being more careful on what I read sometimes. Because that's what be setting me off. People don't know. That's what be having me taking a long pause. Uh, Hands in the Dirt. What's up, my brother? Said the purpose of the video is to help others can their food. Right. I'm just trying to show how simple it is. Okay. All right. I'm hard rolling boil right now. I'm boiling hard. Computer, set timer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Starting now.
I don't think I need 20 minutes, but I'm going to do it anyway. Computer, set timer for 15 minutes.
Second timer. 15 minutes. Starting now.
Can you... Mary Glover said, I never would have done this on my own. See, this is the fun part, where we can all do this together, and then later we can all talk about how it turned out. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna follow this video up. Let's just say, what's tomorrow? Tuesday. Let's follow this video up tomorrow, and I'm gonna hook this StreamYard thing up so you can show me, excuse me, that apple was coming up. So you can show me live how yours turned out. Instead of just talking about it, show us all. Let's show what we did. If you're here canning with me today, we're all canning together. Tomorrow, I'm going to open up a StreamYard just so you can show everybody it wasn't that hard. It was no big deal. Right? Rod said, mine is not hard boiling yet. Turn that heat up. Cut that flame on high. Let me see. Dry canning is just sucking out the air with the vacuum sealer, perfect for herbs. Yeah, I've heard of that being done. I mean, that's not something I would do personally. Until I get good at doing, doing it this way, I wouldn't attempt that no time soon. Karen Beth said, hey everyone, hey Karen, catching the live, oh my goodness. Look y'all, I'm canning. Water bath, of course, just made some strawberry jam and candied jalapenos. All right, thank you, Led, you are so welcome. No, thank you for just trying. I just want you to try it. That's all. I want you to try it. I don't want nothing from nobody. I just want you to try it. And once you try it, you're going to be like, I done waited all these years and scared of this all these years. How many people is this your first time water bath canning? Right now, show of hands. Show of hands, how many people is this your first time water bath canning? If you're actually doing it. Grammy, you said cancel my first timer. Why you say Grammy? Okay, so this is nobody's first time water bath canning. What's your name? Count Tall Joy, I think it is. Say, I'm still peeling. That's okay. That's all right. You've seen it. It ain't no big deal to this. Thank you, Miss A to Z. Say, thank you for a good time. As usual, I've got to bounce. That's all right. You enjoy your day, okay? Let me see. Karen Beth said, I'm loving it. Should have been doing this like grandma. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like a fool that I haven't been pressure canning my food, I feel like a fool for just letting my wife do this. This is what I was speaking about in another live last week, which was you need to teach your loved one how some of these skills. We can't keep being the only one in the family with all these skills. You have to teach your loved ones, because this is a skill that's here to save all of our lives, not just mine. Okay, Raj, you a first timer? Okay, okay. You won't be able to say that no more after today. Look how simple this is. You got this. You got this, Karen Betts. This your first time too? Yeah, Nubian P6 says skills are timeless. You pass this. This is something. This is what helps keep you alive. This is what keeps your word. Look how we talking about. My grandma Betty taught me how to do this. So now I'm teaching my daughter. Well, now I'm teaching my son. This knowledge passes on. That helps you live on. You can leave your family members money. Money is spent like that. After the money is gone, you're gone. Skills and knowledge last for generations. Say, I didn't have apples, so I did tomatoes. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Hey, TFAB, how you doing? Thank you for that. It's a water bath cannon for the second time this weekend. That's what I'm talking about. Mary Glover, you too? You won't be able to say that after today. Let me see what we got. Rosemarie, you got this, sister. Any other questions? Because once that timer goes off, I could shorten this video, but at the moment I don't have any reason why I should. I'm going to grab that jar, I'm going to pull it up, and I'm going to set it on a cooling rack. And I'm done. Or on a towel. Grammy Yah, you're right. I do that all the time though. I did that on purpose. When I set a timer, I want to know how much time I got. Either time I got left, or say it didn't work out and I'm not seeing the results I'm looking for in 15 minutes, right? I'll let it stay in for that 20-minute timer. Instead of setting a whole new timer for 5 minutes, if you look at my old live cannon videos, you will hear me set a billion different timers to let me know, okay, I only got 30 minutes left. It's pretty much like a countdown. But you right. Hands in the Dirt said, Led, like I said before, brother, you have the patience. You know, brother, sometime I don't. Sometime I don't. And I'm doing my best because everybody and everything is so sensitive these days, man, that if you tell somebody they're wrong for either something they're asking or doing some kind of way, they turn into the victim and you become the bad guy. And it's like, I give up, bro. I'm kind of like, I'm just throwing in the towel with that. It's like, you can't win, man. You can't win. And it sucks all the energy out of you. It really does. If you knew, everybody to me, has their own specific way they were brought up. You have your own personality. You have your own set of things that's going to set you off, piss you off, make you happy, make you smile. I could tell a joke and make 500 people laugh. There will be 5 people that will be ready to call the police. That's what this world has become. Not 5 people that didn't think it's funny. Did you hear the way I said that? Not 5 people that just didn't think it's funny. You will have those 5 people call the police on that joke that made 500 people laugh. Everybody is so sensitive to their own personality that they feel that you need to adjust yourself to them. That is the biggest form of narcissism ever. You could actually just don't laugh at the joke. Go the other way. Don't talk to this person anymore. You can do anything you want, but these days, everybody wants to address everybody for the way you made me feel. Everybody. It's just so overkill these days that I just throw in the towel, man. I'm just done. This is not the world I grew up in. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not saying the time in the world that I grew up in was all great and peaches and cream. We just had a stronger foundation of what should we be fighting for. See? It's a big difference. When I grew up, the saying was sticks and stones may break my bones and words will never hurt me. I literally haven't even heard that in years. Because people now, the words hurt them so bad that they ready to throw sticks and stones. They've got it backwards. Certain words, simple words, man, bruise people's egos, bruise people. Some of these folks don't even gotta know you. You know, I've never seen 95, 98% of the people on this internet in real life, in real person. But if I said something, I'm going to destroy them and they ain't going to be able to get no sleep at night. Now, sometimes, that's hard to deal with, man, having to juggle with so many different personalities where I got to constantly, I know y'all watch me do this whole word play constantly, every video, every day. I play with words as far as I don't want to step on no toes. I don't want to hurt no feelings. I don't want to offend. But at the same time, it's my job as a content creator to have you come and check me out. You know, that is a hard dance to do. That is not the latest dance craze at all. That is some ballroom step dancing like you ain't never seen before in your life. It's hard. And some people, it discourages so many other people that want to become YouTube content creators. It discourages them because they will be watching me be persecuted for something so, you know, minuscule. I have my timer on, Roz. They'll watch me and they'll be like, oh, no way. I don't ever want to be in that situation. Because I won't handle it like you led. I'm cussing somebody out, see? Like you said, hands in the dirt. You be ready to cuss people out sometime, and sometimes that's why I just got to be quiet and just, you know, next thing you know, you'll be on the 11 o'clock news, evening news, man. Because you done said one wrong word the wrong way to the wrong person. Roz said, I may have missed it, but do you have your timer on now? Roz, I got 2 timers on for you, sis. Let me see. Hands in the dirt. So yes, the foundation was much stronger in my upbringing. Now any little thing will have them crying. Amen. Amen. I got a couple of internet gangsters that can't stand me, right? They do whole 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour long videos about how much they can't stand me. I ain't never met near one of them in my life. I have never looked them dead in the eye ever in my life. I never stood in the same 50 to 100 yard area in my life. But they can't get no sleep off of something I may have did or said. Grown men. Like, that's just, all I do is shake my head sometime, man, like, yo, what's wrong with people? Karen Beth say, I watch and learn so much. My hubby got the zero gravity grill. Okay, watching you. My first 15-minute timer, y'all. Computer, cancel timer. That's 5 more minutes, y'all. 5 more minutes is going to be the 20-minute mark. Right now, we're at the 15-minute mark. So, Hands of Dirt say that's true with the foolishness. They need some milk. Something, man. I just ain't never seen nothing like it in my entire life. Now, I done seen some people back in the hood that, you know, if we cross paths again, we gonna throw blows again. But that's because we threw blows before. Ain't never been no internet gangster buzz stuff. I don't even understand internet gangster stuff. Who can talk the most, the longest, the loudest, or say the more catchier threats? I just don't know how this works. I'm out of my era. Crafty Mom Creation said, Led, if you don't have haters, then you're not popular. You know something? Well, then I'd rather not be popular. Because that, you know, that's energy draining, man. Marie, my water is boiling like crazy. Let it go. Boil that sucker. If it's just now starting to boil like crazy, start your timer. I'm going to start one for you. Computer, start timer for 15 minutes.
Second timer, 15 minutes, starting now.
Thank you, Vicky. Thank you for that. New Old School says, okay, got that. Felix Horta says, so true, Lud. Thank you for taking the time to share your knowledge with everyone. It's appreciated. Thank you for that. You and Lady Led, thank you, because she holds it down for me. Thank you so much. And I'm in here. This steam got me. This steam opening up my pores like a mug. I feel refreshed. I'm hot, but it's not a hot like sticky funk. This is like a refreshing, like I'm in a sauna. Ladybug says, last week my first time making grape jelly and my grandson did it. We had fun. That's what this is all about. Have fun with it. Thank you, Grammy, y'all. Roz said, I just put my timer on. Forgot. That's okay, because I started one for you, too. Roz. Let me see. As a matter of fact, Roz Marie, email me so I can, if this video ends before you done, I'm going to email you and tell you to cut yours off. Miss Native Cherokee says, doing videos is fun. Never allow anyone to steal it. You don't. It's just, you know what? I'm a thinker. Somebody said I'm getting a greenhouse facial. Basic? Oh, what though? I need to make sure I know what that is. You can say your words right. I'm not sure about some of these words. That's why I don't say some people's name. I ain't sure what that means. No, don't turn the fire down, Roz. Let it roll. Janice Davis say, I agree with you. New school. This new school stuff ain't for me. You know. Thank you, Goddess. Tudu says, yeah, I appreciate your content. If I had your address, I would send you flowers while you're still here. You're doing that right now. Okay? Just having fun together, hanging out with me. That's all I need. You don't have to send me anything. Karen says, me too, green. I'm just gonna back off of that. I'm not sure. Some people be meaning different stuff, you know, and they get a kick out of letting you say it. Gale Expressos have to watch for that. Those jokes, yeah, you would bring them cannon police in. Thank you, Rosetta. Thank you. That means the world to me right now. Rosetta, that means the world to me. She said, I love this channel. You know what, Rosetta? I love it too. And I love that you're here with me. Karen Beth said, check your altitudes if you live above sea level. I was going to say a joke right there, and then something said, don't do it. All right. Computer, cancel timer. I have been letting this steam bath can for over 20 minutes. It's time for me to cut my fire down and wait. So I'm going to cut my fire off right now. First, I'm going to let you look in the pot with me. I'm going to show you exactly what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with. Get out the steam. My jars are in there bubbling like they cooking. I can see the bubbles in there. Could y'all see them bubbling? It's a wrap. Let me set this back over here. Now I'm going to cut my heat off. My heat is off. I'm going to leave them in here and let them cool down. I'm not even going to touch them yet. Leave them alone. Because what I want them to do is start to cool down. This is what you can do. You can actually leave them in the pot until they seal, or you can start to get them out. Let's do this. I guess this is a little bit more dramatic. Let's go ahead and get them out. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing here, instead of me putting a baker's rack on here, which I got some, but meh. I'm going to set them right here on this tile. Okay? So I'm going to take this lid off. I got to bring my boy back to life. I can't do this by myself. See, this would actually offend people. That would actually offend people. Let the steam off away from you, not in your face. Now, I'm going to give my El Clampos I'm tripping. See it in there bubbling? It's a done deal, baby. It's a done deal. I'm just going to sit them right over here on this tray until they pop. Beautiful. This is my Tattler lid. So tomorrow, when we show each other our work, I'm going to open that one. Beautiful. I just heard one ping. Beautiful, beautiful. Don't turn these jars sideways. They haven't sealed yet. That is beautiful. I like to let the air get through them a little bit, so I space them out. Wait, let me play monkey in a minute. That's it. We are literally done. We have literally water bath can or steam can apples. Ta-da. That is it. We worked the heck out of this stove. So let me get some of this stuff out of my way. I'm gonna take some questions and we'll go from there. Because we are totally done. Is there any questions whatsoever? Give yourself, whether you are done or not, give yourself a round of applause. I'm serious too. I'm not saying just put hands clapping on the emojis. I mean, give yourself a real round of applause. Because you did it. And it's simple. It's easy. And the next thing you know, you're going to have a jar of pineapples, a jar of apples, a jar of pears. I got everything. Pineapples, pears, plums, sweet potatoes. Nothing can stop you from this point. Once you do that first one, it's a wrap. Next thing you're going to be like, all right, Led, let's pressure can. Again, I'm going to give a shout out to my sister and my brother over at Homestead Heart channel. I would not be pressure canning if it were not for her. I would still be nervous. I would still be thinking my head gonna blow off. Okay? Mm-hmm. I would still keep worrying about what's about to happen if I do it wrong. She was the one that was like, cut it out. You gotta stop that. Okay? So, if you want a hardcore hit, thank you, MG. Said, thank for the lesson and the motivation. Can't wait to see them cooled off. I can't either. I'm gonna tell you this. I won't say the teaching part, but the motivation part. If I can be a motivator, man, go for it. Go for it. Oh man. Thank you so much for that. Vicky, is the time different for steam canning and boiling? It didn't look different to me. But you want to second check that, okay? And you got to check for your area too. Rosemary said just watched her last post with her and her husband working in the kitchen. They was tearing that kitchen up, wasn't it? They was getting down. Grammy Ya, it's refreshing to see a man canning. Grammy Ya, my very first canning was called men canning. And I was called the Canning Man Can. Who can take some pineapples, put them in a jar? My first video was the Canning Man Can. And you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that because I guess I might as well say it now. I know this video is long, but I would like to invite other brothers to this canning game. Fellas, we got to do more stuff than stand at the door, stand at the window with the steel, trying to hold off weary travelers, if you will. I'm just saying, sometime mama, if you watch Little House on the Prairie, sometime mama got sick. I'm just saying. You go watch Little House on the Prairie, sometimes mama got sick. Okay? Michael had to do more stuff than go out there and tend the fields and stuff. Just saying. Let me see. I guess I can look at this one now instead of keep looking over at my screen. Can you water bath canned sweet potatoes? I'm trying to remember, did I water? Got another pop. I got another seal. They about to start pinging in a minute like crazy. Miss Native Cherokee says yes. But please go read it. Go read that book so you'll be sure. Don't go off of what nobody is telling you. Not me, not nobody. Did you have a tip on getting them to? My brother like canned meat and one tore my jam up. Do I have a tip on getting them to try it? To try the can? No, I don't. I always feel like this. There go another one popped. If you don't think it's serious enough to save your life, canning. There go Roz, I got that other timer for you, sis. Roz, that's another timer for you. You got 5 minutes. Roz Marie. Computer, cancel timer. Told you I was gonna have that for you. So, what kind of syrup did I add? I just had a little sugar, a little honey, and some cinnamon. Nothing serious, and I didn't even use a whole cup of sugar. And water. Let me see. Said Homestead Heart just made her jam. Question: Can you over can water bath boil too long? What happens if you do? Nothing. Now, if you talking about is you gonna be water bath canning till the water boils out, you got a problem. You're gonna break your jars. But nothing. It ain't gonna seal no better, no worse. You just don't wanna cook your stuff. Don't undercook it because you might get sick. All of this is to seal your jars and to kill bacteria that might end up growing around your junk. I got you, Rosemary. Let me see. Sweet potatoes. What was that? I'm late. I need to sterilize my jars, but almost done peeling. My baby woke up. Okay, that's okay. It's all right. This ain't that kind of channel. This ain't that kind of channel. Like, don't come in here asking for questions. No more wire hangers ever. This ain't that kind of channel. I ain't gonna get on you about that. Just do the best you can do. Because I'm telling you, one of the biggest things about this is all about you, not me. I figured out a long time ago how important this was. This ain't a joke. This ain't a joke. You know, look at all of them popping now. Come on, baby. Pop that corn. What about fig preserves? What about them, Kenneth? Let me see. Miss Native Cherokee read up. I personally, okay, got that. Grammy reposting water bath canning fruits and fruit juices, jams, jellies, sauces, tomatoes, pickles, relishes, chutneys, sauces, pies, filling, vinegars, and condiments. There you go. Yes, mommy dearest. No, I buy you the nicest clothes. I buy you the finest things. And how do you repay me? How do you repay me? Huh? You put them on wire hangers. Wire hangers. No more wire hangers ever. No, mommy dearest, please, I'm sorry. No more, I'm sorry. Listen, that used to be my mama's, one of her favorite movies, so you see I caught some of the real lines of that. I made up a lot of it, but most of it was, and scene. You saw that? I buy you the nicest things. I bring things from Europe, Japan, and you repay me with wire hangers. Boy, greatest scene ever. That acting skills of her was woo. Even if you was a kid, you don't know what the hell is going on, because I was a child. I didn't know what was going on, but it was like this. I don't know what she's talking about. I just see this little girl getting a whooping, kind of like one I've had before. Her mama got half makeup on, half off. I remember that. See, I could identify with what was happening to her. The wire hangers, not so much. But the whooping part, and your mama half dressed and half with makeup on, half off. Your mama in there giving you a whooping, and she looked like Two-Face on Batman because of her makeup. She whooped you mid either putting on makeup or mid taking it off. I identify with that strongly. So that's stuck in here somewhere. I'm literally wasting space in my brain remembering that crazy crap. I should be remembering something more important, you know? So you ever do that? You wish you could remember more important things, but no. What do I got? Some people got ways to make more money and coming up with computer chips. What do I got? Joan Crawford, mommy dearest. What you gonna do, you know? If that's all you got, make it the best you can. Make it the best. She was insane. She was insane. I'm going to tell you this, by the way. YouTube ain't no different. Say, you've been watching Mommy Dearest way too much. No, not recently, but my childhood. I don't know if anybody remember the channel TBS. TBS, I think it was a Detroit station or Atlanta station. We used to watch TBS, and Mommy Dearest was always on. You know, we had cable. It was always on for some reason. And when Mommy Dearest was on, my mother would be sitting up in the chair. We sitting on the floor. You scared to move, ask questions, anything. She'll kind of nudge you with her feet. Say, see that? You see that right there? You be like, yeah. No wire hangers. So yeah, somebody said TV1. TV1 that came way after TBS. American Classics, that was another one. Yes. It literally is not one of my favorite movies. It's just drilled into my head because it was one of my mother's favorites. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like you coming downstairs, you came in late, she cut on Mommy Dearest. What you watching, Ma? Mommy Dearest. That's telling you something. You know, you done walked in late and, hey, Mom, what you watching on TV? Mommy Dearest. You know what time it is? Oh. Yeah, see, that's how my household was. If you come in the house and your mama watching Mommy Dearest, it ain't gonna pan out well for you tonight. You know you should have been home 2 hours ago. Street lights on. Street lights been on so long they done got hot and start blinking. You ain't gonna make it. Let me see. We never had aluminum foil. We had that too. Before the cable came in. When I was a kid, those kind of movies always played. Love Notes, you know. That movie is scary. I haven't watched it since. So Gene Wilder, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I know that whole doggone movie by heart. Another space wasted in my head. I can still never figure out what the hell that movie means. It's meanings in there that some of them I don't like. I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't know if you ever read the book. The book is worse. The book of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory really makes you question what the hell is going on here. What is this? How come Grandpa and them been in this bed? Man, nah. Nope, Charlie, nope. If I was Charlie, I'd have came home, everybody's still laying down, and they got a sock. They boiling a sock for soup. Hey, all y'all in here, listen, yeah, Charlie talking. Yeah, all this some bullshit. I'm out. I'd rather take my chances on the streets. That would have been me. If you read the book, it's worse than the movie with Gene Wilder. It's worse. They were doing some real weird, creepy, foul stuff in that little house, man. Ain't no need for all these grown folks to be laying off in this one bed and they act like they can't move and stuff. No. Charlie always got to be the one hustling for money. They was pimping Charlie out. Let me stop, because I got questions about that movie, son. I questions that. Let me see. I didn't like the remake at all either. With my man, Johnny, it's awful. Let me see. Let me see. The urban version, you only brought home the potatoes for dinner. What about the cigarette? Right. That line. Cigarettes. Let me stop, because I'm going to go down that alley. You know what I'm talking about. They asking Charlie to bum a cigarette. You bumming cigarettes from your grandkid and your nephew? Man, no. So that movie, man, if you read the book, or if you watch the movie, then read the book. Do it in that way. It was the story of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. These days, if you read it, is borderline R. Kelly-ish. You dig what I'm saying? Ain't nothing about that story right. That story ain't right. He won the factory at the end. I would have been like, nope. The beginning, no. No, until he got that golden ticket, get the hell up out of there. And the first one, he ended up learning how to walk. Your uncle, I'm going to go with you, Charlie. No, you ain't. You sit right there, stinking with the rest of them. Y'all been in here stinking for all these years. I'm about to go get this factory. And ain't nobody coming with me. Come over here and talk about some but now you can walk. I'm about to get millions, if not billions, and own my own chocolate factory. Now you can walk. No, you ain't. Go and lay back into that bed and urinate, soil yourself, bum your own cigarette. Don't come over here. Don't knock on my door. I'm going to have all the Oompa Loompas come out there and whoop everybody. Oompa Loompas going to have another job. They're going to come out there and stir your chocolate. They're going to have a whole nother job, son. You, all y'all off up in here stinking. It's a miracle. I'm going to show you another miracle. Get out. Don't come back in here. It's a miracle, Charlie. I know. Oompa Loompas. You had a little whistle. This is out of my house. But Charlie, out. Float him out that Chocolate River, take him out to the curb. Take him out to the curb. Let me stop. Y'all got me tripping. Y'all got me tripping. We've been in here for hours. Let's back to canon. Is everybody done? Did anybody? Did it? Don't listen. You don't want to see what's in here. You don't want to see what's in here. It will frighten you. The questions I have for people in life in here, because I can't quite understand or put it together. You don't want to see that. So, family, let me make sure. One. All except one has sealed already. My jars, all except for one, have sealed. You're going to hear your jars pop. God, that's beautiful. Ain't that beautiful? Lady Daggerstetter said, go back and watch movies when you were an adult and see that they wasn't right. Absolutely, no, they were not. Cartoons either, for that matter. There you go. All right, and I can't show you the seal. Yes, I can. Wait a minute. This is the seal. See that dimple in the middle pushed in? Now I'm going to show you what is not sealed. The dimple right there is still pushed out. See it? It's pushed out, pushed in. See that little dimple right in the center? Pushed in, pushed out. When that pop, that'll be your seal. Look at that back there. Ain't your mama pretty? She got meatballs on her. Ooh. Bacon and eggs between her legs. Tootsie Rolls between her toes. Ain't your mama pretty? Boy, that used to be cold-blooded. Let me see. So, if it doesn't seal, what to do? If it doesn't seal, go redo it. I ain't saying everything. Put that mug back in the pot. If it was me and it didn't seal, it didn't pop, it didn't lock, I would remove the lid. Wipe that lid off again. Wipe the jar again. Put it back on. Tighten it and try it again. If not, it's probably that lid, or it even might be that jar. That's when it's time to start playing with it. Is there a dimple on the Tattler? No. It just sucks in the whole thing. That's a good question. It just sucks in like crazy. See that? I'm going to see if I can get one that hasn't been done. Wait a minute. What I do? See how much it's not pushed all the way in, right? It's not. You can see that. I'm trying to get a better angle. This one look like it's pulling itself down. Watch this. See that? It's almost flat straight across. Now watch this. I'm going to bring this one too. Now look at that. It's like sunken. You can't quite tell, but there it's concaved in the middle. It's no popping going on, but it's sucking it down so hard. It's like it's not straight across anymore like this one. See that? It's almost bowling out in the middle. So that's the difference. Okay, let me see. Say, Led, my 12-year-old homeschooler is watching, and this has him rolling. Oh, 12-year-old. Oh, my God. You got me singing, Ain't Your Mama Pretty. They shouldn't be listening to that. Roz said, all of mine popped. Give Roz Marie a round of applause, everybody. She said she was running late. She missed her timer. This is her first time canning. All right, Roz Marie. Go on, girl, with your bad self. Go ahead, congratulations. Congratulations. Crafty Mom's Creation. You tell my little ladies that I said hi, you know, and tell them old Uncle Larry to be down there in about a week or two. Okay? We're going to have to go out and get something to eat if somewhere where food is edible. Thank you, everybody. Everything Fresh and Sassy. I'm glad you're here. Said, question, will you let them know that it was me that brought the tomato soup? I am going to make TV tonight. Question, will you let them know it was me that brought the tomato soup? I'm going to make it tonight. I'm not sure what I'm reading. Oh, you the one that had the tomato soup. Got you. From earlier. Let me see. I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so proud, y'all, that y'all pulled that off. Ty Liddy said, you two had to be home before the sun went down, or you had to at least 1 foot planted in your front yard. Hey. Woo. So, thank you, everybody. Show of hands, how many people's stuff is done? How many people's stuff is done? Either say, mine is done, or say, I'm still cooking. Mine is done, or I'm still cooking. That's a good question, Crafty Mom Creation. Did you record yourself doing it? You should have recorded yourself doing this. Zipporah said, and the Oscar goes to, brought to you by Minute. So you were, right. Got you. Everything Fresh and Sassy. Got you. Got you. Got you. Yeah. Okay. Roz said, I just saw that only one didn't pop. It lost water from the inside for some reason. That's okay. You may have just put a little too much water in it, and that's it. That's okay. Guess what? Go ahead and eat that one. And if you brave, put a little more water in it, send it back through. You recorded it. All right, Roz. Roz, please, I want to see that. Please. Okay. Roz said, mine is done. Yasmin, I didn't get the live notification. YouTube unsubscribed me from you. Yasmin, that has been happening so much that I don't know what's going on. A lot of people are unsubscribed from my channel. I've been unsubscribed. Like, I can't find people anymore because I go back to them and see that I've been unsubscribed, so I have to resubscribe. I don't know what's going on. And I hate always saying it's YouTube fault, but I don't know what else to say. You know, I didn't do it. Nubian P6, I let them sit overnight. Karen Bett say that's how they did me. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. All right, Learning to Grow My Own said mine is done. Learning to Grow My Own got it. All right, bruh. We're going to do some man cannon up in here. Crafty Mom said, I always forget. Crafty Mom, you got a channel. You got to keep that camera going, sister. You got to keep that camera going. Rosa Reyes just happened to click on your live while I'm making grape jelly. Perfect timing. Just for, you know, sometimes I like to listen to people's videos or channels while I'm doing work, you know. Adine says, I'm at work, but will be canning tonight. All right. Adine. Let me see. Okay, I got you. Let me see. Jessica said, all done, all top sealed. Thanks a million. Give yourselves a round of applause. And like your mama said, don't leave out of here with no holy draws. Crafty Mom said, it wasn't as difficult as I thought. Man, that's easy. Once you do it a second time, it's nothing. It's nothing. You see, I'm doing the Brad Pitt hand. It's nothing. After the first time, now you're going to be cranking them out. This last one is still not popping, but I'm not going to touch it. I know it's going to do it. Sometimes they'll pop immediately. Sometimes it take a minute. So, you guys, if you have no other questions, we can get out of here. That's all I wanted to do. Another question. Okay. Another question. Can you water bath canned meats and soups with meats? No. I wouldn't do it. There are conflicting stories of people saying, yes, you can. And I don't even want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. I'm not ever going to do something that, 99% of the population said, don't do that. I wouldn't do it. Not me. I wouldn't. But there are people that do it. Quick question. If we can't make a camp in person, should we film what we do? If we can't make camp in person, should we film what we do? Well, that would be completely up to you. If you want to record that, that would be great because that's content for you or your channel, or it's just family footage for your family. Jessica Davis, what is the book? What book, Janice? What book are you referring to? What is the book? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Is we talking about that one? That book. If that's what you're asking. The only books I've spoke of today is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Ball Blue Book of Preserving and Canning. You need both. Let me see where we at. I'm not going to do it either. I'm going to watch you for advice. Don't watch me. I'm telling you, go watch Homestead Heart. She going to tell you the real deal. She going to answer every last one of them questions that everybody keep asking that I don't want to answer because not that I'm not sure. You just may not like my answer. I don't like touching those because I just want to stick to the basics from the pros. I don't want to veer outside of that at all. DJ Chucky says, hey, Lib, my mom told me that my great granny used to can food back in the day, but there were times when the jars popped. She would get mad because that was money wasted. Yes. I protect my jars with my life right now. Your jars is everything. As a matter of fact, for the last 2 years, we've been running around like chickens with the head cut off, trying to get as many jars as we possibly can. Everybody on YouTube that I know of. Rosemarie said, I did this with Granny Smith apples and water. No sugar or anything. I hope it's kind of sweet. Your apples are going to taste like they did before when you tasted them. Because I know you tasted them while you was cutting them. We all do. As far as the preserving part of it, like I said, the book says add 1.5 cups sugar, but I've canned peaches with no sugar. Because I'm thinking, these peaches are so sweet, I don't want them overly sweet, I know it's some sugar in there, so I just left that, I let them cook with their natural sugars, and they still great to this day. Okay. All right, y'all. We can get out of here. All right. Any other questions? I'm gonna show you this though. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this bad boy because he been on my mind. Any other questions? I'm gonna show you what you got to look forward to tomorrow. See that? Exact thing I did today. I did on these pineapples. So I'm playing games. I don't even got no fork. Come to me. All I wanna do it. Okay. Turn them off. That's what you got to look forward to right there. This is pineapples. Thank you, Rosemarie. Thank you for that. Pineapples. Will you be making jelly with the juice soon? No. Yeah, pineapple. See, when I cold pack them, nothing gets mushy. What will you can with the guys? My guy would like to do that. He likes using pressure cooker. We're going to pressure cook and water bath can. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to put it up for a vote. If I can get enough fellas to come and can with me, if I can get enough fellas to can with me, email me at LairFarmer73. If I can get enough fellas, I want fellas. Ladies, if you want to join along, you perfectly welcome. But I need our brothers. We got to get our brothers in this too. Okay? Because sometimes mama don't feel like mama might be sick. You dig what I'm saying? Brothers, we got to get stuff done. Ladies, you gotta learn how to handle the steel too. You dig what I'm saying? How do it taste compared to fresh? There is no comparison. There is no comparison. I'm gonna tell you one thing about this. These are my pineapples that I bought fresh, right? Cut them up, put them in here, and I added honey. When I preserve any fruits, how long should I open the jars? I don't understand your question, Tamar. Now look at the texture. I want you to see the texture. Just like a pineapple. Look. Even some get stuck in your teeth. What that is still has the same consistency as a fresh pineapple. Her house said, my husband is down. I'm with it. Nope, not mushy at all. That's why I don't like hot packing nothing. Because I like the texture. If it's a pineapple, I want it to taste like a pineapple. Oh. I'm going to do one better, baby. Pineapple juice. Here you go. Look. Not mushy. Woo! That's why I cold pack everything. It's just, to me, hot packing everything, sometimes it's just more mess. More mess to clean up. Like, one of the reasons if you cold pack, here's some chicken breast. If you cold pack, your jars end up kind of gross looking like that, and it's hard to clean them out, I'll deal with that. I'll deal with that later. I don't care what my jars look like. Ain't nothing wrong with it if you do it. That's not my first intention. You down learning to grow my own? Come on with it, bro. I want to see a regular gun guy, hands in the dirt, eco neighbor. I'm just throwing names off the top of my dome. Zach Price. I want as many fellas as I can get in here, and we all get this cannon popping. Because later, I want to see the ladies that it's time to learn how to protect yourself. DJ says, quick question. Do you put water treatment in long-term storage water? What do you mean by water treatment? DJ Chucky Madness, what do you mean by long-term water storage? Can you can greens and cabbage with water bath candy? Do me a favor, go over to Homestead Heart and ask her that question, okay? Because she can answer you way better than I can. Is cold packing how to avoid watery tasting meat? Yes, in my own opinion, mind you. In my own opinion. Now, I've heard people that like to hot pack and they'll halfway fry something or saute something first to seal in the juices. I've had the opposite effect. I cold pack it. My chicken tastes like chicken. Matter of fact, we done had dessert. I'm gonna open this chicken. Zach Price, you with me? Brother, that's what I'm talking about. I'm still waiting on you, Chucky Madness. By what do you mean by that? This is the chicken. This is chicken breast that I packed 2 years ago, December 12th, 2020. Okay? So let me do this too. Now, yeah, let me do this. Because I'm gonna eat it cold. Okay. I found some paleo crackers with no wheat, no flour, no wheats, none of that kind of flour in it. So I'm gonna use this. This is going to be, I'm gonna tell you what this cold chicken tastes like. If you bought a can of cold chicken in the can somewhere, right? And you're gonna make a salad out of this stuff or whatever you end up doing with that canned chicken crap. This tastes way better than that. If you love bread and crackers, these is good. These are so much better. I'm seeing results from them already. So if you like eating tuna fish or something like that, you like making a tuna fish salad and you missing the crunch of that cracker that you put it on. So I'm gonna open this chicken. 2 years now. This has been 2 years in the making. That thing on there ain't it? I don't want to spill it either. That sound right there let you know you did your doggone thug thizzle. Ooh, I can smell it. Who said that? Learning to grow you down? I'm with you, bro. I'm gonna eat this chicken. Now, first, let me show you the texture of it. Cold packed chicken breast. Cold pack chicken breast. Raw pack, rather. Raw, straight into the jar. All I did was put some chicken bouillon and some pepper in the bottom. That's all I used. Chicken bouillon and pepper. I'm eating this cold right off the shelf right now. And it tastes like it tastes like roasted chicken breast. Let me show you this. I'm trying to break it without, because it's still solid. It ain't mushy. Let me show you. Okay? That's what you get when you raw pack these chicken breasts. No mushy. Flavor is incredible. Tender, not mushy. Now I'm gonna do this for you. Put that boy on a cracker. You do your happy dance when you eat like that. My wife, when Lady Land eats something good, she do this. She do her. I call her happy dance. That's what you get when you learn how to can. 2-year-old chicken. I did this 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Oh, you see it, Harlem. Tender love. Love so tender. Pulling me close to you. Baby, I surrender. Candles, they light the dark. Pull me nearer. Oh, you gotta throw that shoulder in there. Share with me straight from the heart. Ooh, that thing tender like that, you know. Tender love. Love so tender. Pulling me close to you. Look at that. Baby, I surrender. Let me tell you something. You won't regret it. Go can. There's no downside to this. Okay? There's no downside to doing this. Besides washing the dishes. Oh my goodness. Okay. Say I love my steam canner. Yes, game changer. Oh, you must be at the very beginning, Tiger. So I've been saying this forever, but I've been on here forever. Any questions before I go? Candles, they light the dark. Look at that. Pull me nearer. Boy, you know it's good when you can say, boy, backyard barbecue, somebody hand you a piece of that chicken, man, hit that. Hit that right there. You know he waiting on what you say, because his hand's still up. Hit that. Taste that chicken, what you say. What you think about that right there? Boy, huh? That was a whole conversation about how good this chicken is. You know you on the grill. Man, hit that right there. Go on, hit that. Hit that, tell me what you think. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. The whole conversation around the grill. Ain't nobody said nothing translatable. Say steam canner is at Wally's for $60. Go for it. Waiting for that last ping. Sometimes it just takes a little longer. It still ain't doing that neither. Say clean as you go. That sound easy, but I got this camera on me. And I'm sitting here eating this chicken breast. Look at that boy. Look at them love. Yeah, man. Oh, look at them love. Shaba. What time tomorrow? I'm going to try to do it a little after in the afternoon because people that did this probably be out from work. Remy, y'all, you said it. It's a mess, but boy, is it worth it. Look, if I was hungry and starving, our Dollar Tree jars, okay, lid, wherever you can find it. Ain't when you say Dollar Tree jars, are you saying you're buying them from Dollar Tree or they're Dollar Tree brand jars? That let me clear that up. Yes, Dollar Tree brand. I've never heard of them. Oh, who was that that said that? Nubian P6. So I hope they ain't talking about them jars you can just find up there like Coca-Cola glasses, and then they got a couple of little jars you can turn into candles and stuff like that. You ain't talking about them, is you? Them ain't for canning. Them is for decorations or drinking out of. They will explode. Okay. All right, no more questions? Everybody, thank you so much. Come on tomorrow. I'm going to try to do a StreamYard. I have no other reason to come on again and do it unless it's on StreamYard, just so we can all show each other. You already saw what I did. Oh, man, I grabbed that like, I'm glad it wasn't hot. I would have burnt my fingertips off. You already seen the game. You know what's up. We popping, we locking, dropping and popping. Okay, so congratulations to everybody. Thank you for joining me here. If this was your first time water bath canning, congratulations. You pulled that off. And there's nothing to it. And I'm telling you, just like that is how I learned from Homestead Heart. Remember, don't forget, use all your scraps from your apples or your pears or whatever and make your vinegar. Make sure you get your vinegar going. So today we canned, we made vinegar, we got food stored up instantly, and your vinegar is your medicine. All right, everybody, and your health benefits. Oh my God, this is worth its weight in gold. And I got about 20 gallons of that. So everybody, enjoy your day. All right, Lair Farmer 73. I love y'all, and I'm out. And I know this is crazy, but I will be coming on again. Like I said yesterday, we need to discuss camp. I got a lot of questions, and I'm coming back on to answer them. So please, I don't even know what time I'm coming on. Just, I got to get this kitchen cleaned back up. Everybody come back on. Talk about camp just for a hot minute. Some cracker. We'll come back. All right, Lair Farmer 73. I love y'all, and I'm out.